Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So no matter what happens, just keep sticking it to them. Now who are we?
Game machine. Game machine. Game machine.
Wrong side! Left side! Wrong side! Left side! Wrong side! Left side!
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
You all know what you have to do. Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. This is your game now, gentlemen. Let's get them.
This is a game we are gonna win. This is the game that people are gonna talk about for years. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's hear it, gentlemen. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's go play some football. Let's go, baby!
And here we go, folks.
Thank you for having me back.
Hey, no problem. Why are you pointing at me, Sally? What's the matter? What? When should we? When do you want to get started?
Please speak now.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
We're live here on Gov's Comedy Club Radio. Welcome everybody to Comedians on Football. My name is Steve Belanger. Sitting next to me, the extremely handsome,
Yes.
the sore-throated,
Yes, a little sore.
Richie Byrne.
I'm
Everybody,
here.
and look to my left.
I'm playing hurt.
It's my best friend here, Chrissy Roach. Chris,
You know what? He's never been funnier.
this is. he's very focused.
This son of a bitch.
He's right on his game. The son of a bitch. Ooh, we're not supposed to curse.
Oh, really? What? What's up, brother?
When somebody say Chris Roach, I came running in. I guess I'm certainly disappointed, aren't I?
He'll be here in 16 minutes. He's outside taking his
I
medicine.
guess
It
I
takes him a
wasn't
while.
good enough for you.
Hey, everybody, we got guests popping in everywhere. We probably should close those doors. Anyway, welcome to, what are we in, week 11 of the football season?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And your Chiefs had a big win last night.
You know what? It was a big win.
A huge win.
And I think, I want to go back. I didn't have time to look. How many Chiefs-Chargers game end with a pick in the end zone? Like, there's never.
You know, I got to be honest. I had to work this morning, so I fell asleep. I didn't see the end.
No.
But I did bet the Chiefs.
You did bet the Chiefs. Well done. You're welcome. The
Laying 3.5. Oh, 5.
I didn't get home
something
till
like
10:30 last night. My wife was like,
Oh, really?
I don't know where you. I didn't know where you were. I said, I told you I was turning off the. I put it on airplane mode, and I stayed. This is the most I've been out of contact. It was like Gilligan's Island. I was out of contact with the world for 3 hours, and I got home at 10:30.
Did you bring a whole bunch of clothes, though? Like,
I brought a trunk full of dresses.
full
in
of
case there was a
dresses.
talent
You
show.
never know. Never know in that 3 hours.
And I watched the game on a coconut TV that I made. But I ate dinner in the peace and quiet of my living room with all the lights off, buzzing through the commercials,
Nice.
cursing under my breath, and then it ended happily, and then I went to bed.
See, I felt like they were in control most of the game.
They were, but they were in control last week until the last minute 30 seconds, and they
Yeah.
lost that game.
Yeah.
So, and then last night with 6 minutes to go, they got the ball twice.
Is
and
it
3 and
possible? Is it possible that Eli Rivers and Ben are all done? Are they all done?
Rivers, dude, look
Are they done?
old.
Or is he hurt?
4 picks.
Maybe.
No, he's not hurt, but there are a lot of great memes today. Did you see him?
No.
Him crying. There was one that called.
Wouldn't it be weird, though? I mean, if they all are done? Because, here's the thing.
Hit me.
The better athletes are on the defensive line than the offensive line.
Yes.
So the whole game has changed because you have to have a kid who can run, who can work out of the pocket. The problem with that is I think quarterbacks are the new running backs. I think they're only going to last 5, 10, maybe 10 years.
Because they're not going to have that.
They're
Because they're
gonna
not
be able-
pocket guys.
They're going to get
anymore.
hit. They're going to get hurt. And the Eli's and who have to stay in the pocket, they can't. You can't stay in the pocket anymore.
Watching that Eagles Patriots game, like I've been watching. I watch.
Look at him.
Mahomes a lot, and then Brady starts to move. I'm like, oh my God, he's my speed.
Yeah.
Right. He's just so easy to take. You go, oh, he's going to get the first down. He's
but
taken down within a
the
yard.
Smart is there. You see it. He's so smart.
Yeah.
But still, if you're not giving him 7-8 seconds, you know, he can step up in the pocket. You see him move up in the pocket, but still, even Wentz, since the knee injury,
not the same.
He's not the same.
Not the same. But that list you just rattled off, I was going to say, I think I add Brady to that. I mean, yeah, greatest of all time to go for it. But the last couple of weeks,
I
man,
understand, but Brady, to me, because he's older.
Yeah.
They all got drafted, you know, the whole.
Well, they're 38. Yeah, they're 5 years
38.
behind him.
Yeah, I think Ben's 37.
Ben's 37. Okay.
And Ben he hurt his arm. We'll see.
And he's also a little rapey, but we've talked about that before.
You know,
that's going to get us in Facebook jail. Doo-dah. A-doo-dah. But it's proven.
anyway. A little rape.
He's just a smidge rapey.
Wow. Who's a little rapey?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not
guy.
anymore.
You know what? I like that because you're not a big follower of football, but I said, oh, yeah, we're a little rapey. Oh, yeah, now you had a perfect vision.
Yeah, that's
Speaking of which, how about the running back for the Dolphins today?
He hit a pregnant woman?
He beat up a pregnant woman. Come on.
In his defense, was she asking for it? No, that sounds like something Eric Shevlin would say. No, yeah, that's horrible.
The mother of his child.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Why am I laughing?
I don't know.
Sad.
It's so not funny.
Really
because
sad.
it's so it's beyond satire at this point.
It's gotten so bad that even the NFL does the right thing. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
you know
a
what
great
I'm saying?
headline.
There used to be a time where they go, well, we got to get all the facts. No, they were like, nice cut. He wasn't even processed in jail, and the Dolphins cut him.
Well, as soon as you start going through the fingerprint process, I think contracts start being torn up.
I don't know.
What was the scuffle about?
I heard he hit her in the head with a helmet. Too soon?
No.
Too soon?
No, but I have one under the desk. If Roach eats tonight while we're talking, I'm going to hit him over the helmet.
It's a good chance.
He's been on a ban for 2 months, just like Mike Keegan. I banned Chris Roach from this show for 2 months for eating in the studio and spitting corn muffins.
Why did you ban? Well, there's so many reasons to ban Keegan.
Oh, Keegan was banned because of the Theater 3 thing. I was trying to unite.
Do you want to do the muffin thing now? Or you want to wait for Chris?
Throw the muffin thing up.
Okay. I actually thought I heard him in the back, but it was.
If Roach eats, you're going to hit him in the head with a helmet.
I got it right here. I'm going to whack him right with the crown of the head.
Can I hit him after you? You know how?
When he stands up and goes like this, you got to do like the other guy did.
What's his name came in to push the quarterback? Instead of pushing you, I'm going to push Roach.
If we had more
that
room in
son
here,
of a bitch.
that would be kind of hard to do if we were standing
We
up.
could recreate the whole thing. It'd be great.
Do you know how little Chris Roach knows about football?
Is that really true?
I was shocked.
He's one of those hockey dicks, huh? He's just a hockey.
We don't curse on the show. Richard.
Oh, really?
The second time.
I'm sorry.
Third time we throw him out. No, but the first time I had him on, he was like, oh, yeah, football, yeah, that'd be great. And then he walked in and said, wait, the Chiefs aren't going to be good this year. They haven't been good in years. I'm like,
oh, God.
AFC Championship last year. He's like,
so he knows nothing.
He knows Jets. And I think last time
Jets.
His big football question is, how come I feel like the offensive linemen used to do this, and now they're doing like
wow, great. Thanks, Chris.
From Tecmo Bowl, as we figured. All right, go ahead, Sally, run it.
All right, yeah. The only thing about this is that we have to be like a little quiet because.
I'll meditate.
We have to be quiet.
Maybe I'll just like turn off our mics or something.
Yeah, you're right here.
Okay, ready?
Why? What's going on?
Okay, ready?
There were some things. We're not giving that any more press. Oh, spit take. Really? Spit take with a corn muffin?
Oh, that was so nice.
How about I come on your podcast and eat?
Oh my God.
Sorry,
The
Steve.
muffin like flew out of his mouth.
His beard.
I'm going to be picking that out like sand.
I would like to see like a slow-mo of the muffin flying out of his mouth.
How about I come to your podcast and eat?
This is what's known as the preseason, where we've got some of the players who are definitely not going to make the team. There were 23 hours in a day, bro. You couldn't jam a muffin in one of those other 23 hours. Oh, God. I think we just got to the point I can see on the video where he threw up on me. There were some things. And that is why Chris Roach is not allowed to eat in the studio.
Oh, you showed it.
He showed it.
Oh, cool.
We spent the weekend in the car, and we ate several meals.
You work
together.
for Joel, right?
We worked for Joel,
my
out
manager.
in Pennsylvania. We had several meals in the car, side by side. No food was spit in my face in any way. But he'll be here. Oh, and he's coming in shortly. Now, Richie has.
Did you do the new club?
We did.
No,
it was the resort, the
Right.
Rockingwood. No,
I did it last year.
Shadow Creek Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice. We had a good time. We planned out our life. It
Cool.
was nice. We meditated. We did good things. We called you names over the phone. It was good. Oh, now we're getting it into the nitty gritty of football because Chris Roach is getting ready to walk in. He's like,
oh, is he? You saw him?
I think I hear him.
Okay, I just
Maybe
saw
not.
James.
Oh, maybe that was James. I thought I heard a deep voice.
If you expect an in-depth conversation about football, you're not going to get it tonight.
Oh,
you know
he's
what?
not even here, and you guys are like picking on him.
We're going to talk more about them later, but our sponsor, Zorns and Bethpage, we want to thank them. I forgot to thank the Governor's Comedy Clubs, all the wonderful clubs here on Long Island,
How
right?
could you forget?
McGuire's in Bohemia, the Brokerage in Belmore. You know what? Sally was nice enough to come to my show last week at the Brokerage.
Get out.
Man, is that a nice club. I forget how nice it is.
Yeah, I really like the Brokerage, and
Right?
you were great. Yeah, it was
Thank
the first
you.
time that I saw you in stand-up, so
Oh.
I was really liked it.
Oh,
I
thank
thought,
you.
yeah, I think you're a really good storyteller.
No, go on.
No, really, I really enjoyed it. I thought you're really confident up there, great stories.
What else
Yeah,
did
it
you
was
like?
fun.
Did you like my outfit?
Loved your outfit.
The hair? Too much hair.
No,
No?
not too much. No, it was good.
Thank you, Sally.
Chris
Sally's gonna
Rich
come
is
to
on.
my show.
Brokerage is one of the few clubs that I started out as an opener, worked my way to middle,
Okay.
and became a headliner. That very rarely happens. A lot of times you'll work a club and then they can't think of you for the next level.
Yeah. Because
So you have to stop working that club, and sometimes they end up bringing you back as a headliner. But it's very rare that you get to do all three.
They say Richie Byrne. Oh yeah, he's a host. We don't need a host this weekend.
Right.
Or
And
he's
meanwhile,
not ready. He's not ready to do.
What do you mean he's headlining? You know, they don't.
Which goes back to the story that we talked about last time you were here from 2002 when you hosted the open mic night that I performed at for the first time ever. And you shot
Are
me
you
down.
sure it was
You
me?
shot me down.
I
I'm pretty sure. Blonde, SOB.
I did. It does sound like me going, yeah, you went over your time.
Yeah, I was riding high on life. You think I was funny? You went over. Now, I don't think you were having a cigarette in your hand, but in the memory I have of it, and you stomped it out and just walked
You
past
sound
me.
like the sister-in-law on The Simpsons.
Yeah, really.
Over your time.
You went over your time.
Hey, let's talk about some football.
Yes.
Let's talk about, because I'm pretty sure, Roach, you didn't watch it, the Steelers versus the Browns.
There we go. First game out the chute.
Mason Rudolph
Crazy,
didn't look
crazy.
good.
No.
Did
You
not
know-
look good. 4 picks.
It's really like it blew my mind that they've been like bringing these kids up and throwing them out, because I grew up from a different era.
Yeah.
Where if you were a quarterback, you sat on the bench for at least 2 years. And Aaron Rodgers sat on the bench for 3 years. Think about that.
Well, Steve Young sat behind Montana.
Steve Young.
All these guys.
And it's so rare. I remember Marino. That was like unheard of.
Right. He started right out the gate, right?
Right out the gate. And I find it hard to believe, even with the whole thing that colleges are doing more pro sets and all that.
It is
I find it
different
hard to
college.
believe that these kids would come in and be that good right out the chute.
Yes.
And I think what happens is some of them get away with murder because they can move or whatever. But once a couple of games go in, they're seen on video. The defensive coordinator goes, okay, I see his weaknesses,
Yeah.
and then bang.
Then they come after.
That's why the Jets made me laugh because, the Jets make me laugh.
I was going to say, you just say the Jets, I start to giggle.
The Jets made me laugh because when Sam Darnold went down, they were pretty much going, yeah, we got nobody.
Yeah, nobody. It was,
When what's his name went down, who got hurt? The backup. Who got hurt? Broke his leg.
but you know who broke it?
Yeah.
Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett.
He's 2
and
for
he
2.
did kind of.
Yeah, that was a bad hit.
Yeah.
McCown, right? Was it?
No,
Josh
not
McCown?
McCown. No. Whoever it was.
It wasn't Luke Fales, because that was the third stringer.
But it was almost like, we got a third stringer, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
And I found that very offensive because the Steelers aren't doing that.
No.
They're granted they're losing now, but they didn't just go, it's over, we're going to lose.
And they did pretty good with Rudolph.
For a while.
When he got knocked cold. We
Yeah.
talked about that.
Yeah, we did. But
We
I
wondering
just
if anybody's
think,
going to die on the field.
I just think that it's such a hard position. That's why I always argue about Kaepernick, where if you have anything else important in your life, you can't be a quarterback in the NFL.
True.
There's only one thing you can do
You gotta focus.
when you're the quarterback in the NFL, and that's just completely focus on being the quarterback in the NFL.
That's not how it used to be.
No.
Like in hockey when they used to have part-time jobs in the offseason. Now
Yeah.
everybody's machines and corporations.
Right. But and you can't ask a kid to come in. I don't think. It's very rare.
Mahomes
sat for
They
you.
did it great. They picked him really high. He sat. They started him the last game of the season. They were in the playoffs already, but he did great. He won the game with a game-winning drive. Sat him down.
Yeah.
But then they
Look at
traded Alex
Daniel
Smith away.
Jones. You can see the talent.
Yeah.
You can see the talent. But you see now they figured him out.
Yeah.
They figured him out.
And even Darnold, like he's got talent, but
Donald's
he's
got
seeing
a
ghosts.
Donald's got a lot of talent.
Yeah, but
He really
you're
does.
throwing him into a situation that is
Right.
almost is horrible for him. It's
Right.
detrimental
And
to
he
him.
almost shouldn't have come back when he did.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
I didn't send my 5-year-old out to play 8-year-old baseball. Like,
Right.
these guys have
Right,
to
right.
figure it
Right.
out.
Right.
Just even going from college. Yes, colleges are bigger these days. Like it's more of a machine than it used to be.
Right.
But it's still not
Still.
the NFL. You're going to
And it is interesting to watch how these quarterbacks come in. They play like 2 or 3 good games,
Yeah.
maybe even better than good.
Yeah.
And everybody goes crazy. And then suddenly, bam, they just get
everybody
trampled.
watch the tape. Both
Trampled.
If you're like Mahomes, you're at Texas Tech. Like I don't care how big that organization is. He blows it up.
Yay!
He's not going to be able to come to the league and start day one and run a 45
Right.
man team.
But you know what? The Rangers. We have to switch.
The New York Hockey Rangers?
Yes, the Hockey Rangers, because the man coming in now knows nothing about football. So
Oh, he's in the door 5
I'm trying to
seconds.
listen to you guys in the cab ride on the way over, and it's not. I can't hear anything. All of a sudden, the sound clicks on. I hear Richie go, "Hockey dick." That's all I heard.
we're not allowed to curse on them.
Sorry.
That's right. That's a guy we know, Hockey
well, he's
Richard.
Richie
My brother, how are you? Good
Hi
to
guys,
see
it's
you.
good to be here.
Here we are again, side by side.
Good to be here.
Right here. Can you see him? Can we see? Oh, look at him. You look
All right.
delightful on camera.
He's already said the D word
Yep.
and made a porn reference since he sat down.
And he's starting to sweat.
What's up, guys?
But you don't have a muffin.
Football.
Welcome back.
Football.
Now, how do the offensive linemen usually?
Five fat guys up front. One guy with athletic talent behind the fat guy in the middle. And you get a couple of guys on the end.
That sounds like the lineup we had at the show this weekend.
Yes.
That was very good.
That was the athletic one.
That was funny.
He's very smart. Oh, the Chiefs won last night, right?
Yes, they did.
You know, I play fantasy football. I think
Do you?
I have a pretty good. Like I've been in this fantasy league, and I think it kind of pisses other people off because let's say the league's been 10 years long. I let the computer pick my team, and I've won like 3 championships.
Really? That would
like
piss
quick
me
picks,
off.
like the quick picks of.
I'm in 3 leagues, and I'm in second place in every league. Isn't that weird? It's very weird.
That is weird, yeah.
I was just kind of bragging.
I don't want. Yeah, I think you.
I was just throwing that out there.
I don't want to talk about fantasy
Do you
football.
have the statistics here? Look at this.
Really?
I got everything, bro.
Wow, this guy
The
don't
one
mess
year
around.
the one year I had my own football show, I started 0-5 in 2 leagues. I battled back, but I think after last night,
Really?
my season's over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
Good thing I
second
got
place in every league.
second
How
place.
about
So you're in the money. You're gonna make the
them?
playoffs and maybe
Yeah, and a bye.
Make a run.
Hopefully a bye.
Nice. Maybe I get a little point.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been watching
Well,
the
the
show.
Jets
You
won.
picking up some things. I got
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
watching
big.
the show.
You got the Jets. What do you got? You watch any football this weekend, bro?
I saw that the Jets won. I saw that they won against not the Chiefs, against the Redskins.
Okay. And look what I
They're
wrote
going to
on my
make the
notes.
playoffs. Sam Donald said so.
Redskins, Jets.
Redskins, Jets. Black.
Oh, like that's just a disappointing game for Jet fans because it just is going to give them a worse draft pick. And the
I don't
Redskins,
know.
the Redskins,
I
are
think
god awful.
Can I just say, there comes a point where you have to start winning. And
Tell the Redskins and the Bengals.
but when you're the Jets, how many years are you going to go, I want the best pick? And it's enough of that now. You got to
But-
start winning games.
Isn't that what you hear from Jet fans?
Man.
For 20 years. No, I want to lose it. I mean, in September. No, if we lose every game, we get the best pick. I'm like, all right, first of all, you don't.
Like the first half.
That's stupid. And second of all, you apparently don't know what to do with it.
How's Leonard Williams doing with the Giants, by the way?
Oh, just great. He's almost getting sacks, just like with the Jets. He's almost. He's this close.
He almost touched
If
the
there
jersey.
were horseshoes, he'd be killing it.
When you see it on TV, you see his hand just coming close
Almost,
to the quarterback.
almost, so close.
No, God, no. They look great this weekend.
Who?
The Giants.
Oh, yeah. They're stupendous. They
Jets have been disappointing.
That's the best week they've had.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Who else is on a bye this week? It seems like a light week. I don't know why.
You mean coming up or just happened?
No, that just happened. It was Giants, Packers, Seahawks, and Titans.
How's Vernon?
Seahawks, which is tough for me because I've got a new man crush
On Russell?
Oh God! It used to be Tom Brady.
Now it's
Check
Russell.
out my fantasy team. Check out my fantasy team.
My son's a Seahawks fan, so he's got all
He
the
is
Russell
so
Wilson jerseys. And
good. He's just so good.
How's Vernon Golston? Oh, is he not in the league anymore? Damn it! I'm so behind.
He was actually here before you got here.
I'm so behind.
That's how good things are going for Vernon Golston. He
I'm
was
so
our first guest.
I'm so behind with the Jets.
Did you see the fight? The football fight, Brown Steelers?
The helmet?
Yes.
Smith? Oh, wow.
Did you see it?
That's the biggest bonehead move with a helmet since.
You know, I bet
gotta
I
go
can
one.
find it. You want me
I'll
to
show you
find
know
it?
something about football.
I don't want to play any plays.
Who was the Giants
No
tight end that
plays?
threw his
No,
helmet?
no Facebook prison, no
what?
copyright violation.
The Giants tight end that went to the Saints and he threw his helmet and cost his team the game.
Shockey?
Thank you.
He threw his helmet.
He cost the Saints a game by throwing his
He,
helmet.
he was an idiot.
Yeah.
And you want to come down here, Jeremy? I'll take you on.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Do you remember when Travis Kelce got
You get
lost
Vernon
me a
to
game
come-
by throwing the flag back at the referee?
No.
Oh my God!
No.
They were coming back, and he got upset, and they called OPI on him, I think, and the ref throws the flag, and he picks it up and throws it back.
Really?
Zoink! He's out.
Well, I remember in 2001 or 2 when the Giants were playing San Francisco. I think it was a playoff game, and they were killing them. And San Francisco scored, and the guy did a dance, and Shockey pointed at the...
Oh, yeah.
And San Francisco came back and won the game. You can't point at the scoreboard.
Never point. But they used to do that, too. Who was the Jet receiver? Throw me the ball.
Keyshawn Johnson?
Keyshawn.
Give me the
I
ball.
know something about football, huh?
Very well done. They were down like 35-0, and he
Yeah.
catches one, and he starts.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
The password
Who was
is
down big this
Lavernius.
weekend and somebody scored?
Lavernius Coles.
And I was so... And
I have a whole name, a bunch of names I wrote down here.
You did some research?
Lavernius.
Nice, bro. Nice. How many?
in my next life, that's going to be my name.
Lavernius. Isn't that a great name?
Lavernius Byrne.
I actually did.
Lavernius Byrne. It's got a nice ring to it, actually.
LB?
Lavernius Byrne.
Next to the stage, please welcome your headliner,
Lavernius.
Lavernius
But
Byrne.
if I go back in entertainment, I got to be Lavernius.
Yes.
There is no last name.
Oh, just Lavernius?
Just Lavernius.
Just Lavernius.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage.
Lavernius the entertainer.
Lavernius the
Are
entertainer.
you thinking of going into stripping? Because I think that's the only way that works.
I'm always thinking of going into stripping.
Lavernius.
How many interceptions happened this week?
14.
I would say 12, 57.
57? There's only... How many games were there?
Or is that like
Wouldn't it be
12
really
games?
funny if
There were
Chris
15
was
games.
right?
Lavernius.
15 games.
Lavernius. Oh, 15 games? It's got to be
15
at least.
games.
47.
I'm going to go up and say 24.
No, it was 29,
I was
Oh, really?
close.
which is absolutely...
Didn't Rivers throw 17?
No, he had, I think, 8 over the
I
2
thought-
weeks. Mason Rudolph had 4. Ryan Finley had 5. Kyle Allen had 4. Rivers had 4. Winston had 4.
Well, can you blame me for thinking in the 40s?
Yeah, I mean, well, I kept writing down. I'm like, 4 picks, and then another one, 4
Winston.
picks. I'm like, oh
my God. Winston's the only quarterback who has 4 interceptions and 3 fumbles a game and still gets 25 points in
they're-
fantasy.
yeah, and they're
How does
close.
that happen?
And they put up, what did they do this week? They didn't put up a lot of points.
And there's always one play where he
17.
goes back to throw and loses the ball behind him every week.
I feel like that's happening more this season than ever,
I agree.
right?
And again,
Quarterback's just losing the handle.
I think it's from.
Are we bothering you?
I have Watson, not Winston. I'm sorry. I have Watson on my fantasy
Yeah, he
team.
had a great day. I think it's from
He didn't have a great
inexperienced young quarterbacks. Don't feel the pressure. Seeing ghosts,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Now
Get a little
Winston
jittery
does
with
it,
the
which
hand.
you can. But I think it's a big.
Rivers
I think-
did it last night, just
Yeah.
went nowhere.
Yeah, but I do think that's why it's happening. So
I like in the Bucks game, O.J. Howard. He was kind of did well. Then he was in the doghouse for a while. They brought him back.
yeah.
1 target. Did you see it?
No.
It was a little, I think a screen pass over the middle. Kind of caught it behind him, and then it started losing it. He was against his back, and he was holding it with his back, and the defensive end went yoink. But it counted as
Really?
a pick.
Did it Jamal Adams on him?
It counted as a pick against.
How many? I only watched.
Did it really? Because he
Yeah.
didn't have control,
He had it never touched the ground,
and he never.
and he never
that's
really
not a
had control.
fumble.
So he just kind of held
Oh,
it up
that
in the air
sucks.
long enough until one of those guys.
I
could grab
thought
it.
for sure he was going to end up in New England.
Who?
Didn't you?
O.J. Howard?
Yeah, because I thought for sure that was all they were talking. They needed a tight end.
That's true. They were down, but then they
Yeah.
would release Watson, then they brought him back. But
Yeah.
speaking of going back to New England,
Yes, New England clam chowder. I actually had I had a mixture of the clam chowder, the New England and the Boston clam chowder mixed together. Oh no,
What's the difference?
No, it was
you mixed it together?
It was Manhattan clam
Manhattan
chowder
is the
And New
tomato
England.
based.
and
No, he said Boston. I don't
no,
know.
it was, I'm sorry, it was New England and
Manhattan.
Manhattan. It was great. It was they mixed them together.
See, I'm not a Manhattan guy, but I think I would like it that way.
Pretty good.
This is why Rochi and I work so well together on the road, is that he just reads my mind. I said, speaking of going back to New England, and we did 2 minutes on chowder.
Clam chowder.
I was talking about Antonio Brown apologizing to Robert Kraft today.
Yeah, what happened? I saw the headline. I didn't read the story.
That chowder head.
He Instagrammed
That
an
son of a
apology.
bitch.
That was well done. Well done. Nice callback.
Thank you.
He apologized to Robert Kraft. All I ever wanted to do was support the organization and be
Of
a
course he
team
did.
player. And I think somebody
Rape a
looked
couple of women.
Somebody looked at his bank account and
too?
went, "Oh, maybe I'm not."
He's rapey too.
He's got several
Oh.
several charges.
Where you
against him.
been?
A lot of rapey people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony keeps you secluded. That's
No
good.
means no. But have you guys talked about Kaepernick yet? Did I miss that talk?
No, we haven't.
That you know what we
Okay.
were.
I mentioned Kaepernick earlier, but not about this.
I saw that in the room. I was trying to nap and then kept getting the things.
I don't know what's going on. I know 10 teams had a signed commitment. What did they have to do?
They were
I
having
don't know.
NFL was holding a thing for him, like
It's
a
so
workout, so they could
ridiculous.
see what he looked like. And then that morning they said, "Well, everybody has to sign this media release, and Nike's bringing a film crew and this and that." And the NFL said that's not what we agreed to. So they actually held it 10 miles away at
And
a high
somehow
school.
the NFL is wrong.
Well, and a lot of times
I know they are, but not in this situation.
not in this one. But that was strange.
Come on.
And if nobody saw, you would think if it was going to happen, it would have been by now, right?
Come on.
And it feels like
What
even
do-
for a third stringer, you just want him on the payroll. I know you're not. He's not going to. What do you think? He would
Why?
do that?
What do you mean? Why do you want him on the payroll?
You think
Like the Jets went to Luke Fails, and some of these teams are
I
going
know,
deep.
I think the Jets will boo him if he takes
Could
a
you
knee.
imagine people
it's big
will
PR
not
mess.
go to the games.
That's right.
People are that angry about
I
it.
know.
Whether
Right.
I'm not saying how I feel about it. I'm
Okay.
just saying that this is a backlash. Like John Mara said that he never got more backlash about any incident in the NFL, more letters than that. Think about that. This guy's been in football 60-something years.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself, what would Lavernius do?
Would he beat up the
Or
pregnant mother of his
Latavius.
children?
Latavius.
Did you hear about the guy who beat up his pregnant girlfriend?
Yeah.
What?
Today?
Michael, what's his name? He's running back for the Dolphins.
He was released by the NFL before he even got put in
He
his jail
is
cell.
on the Dolphins, so we don't know if that counts as being in the NFL.
You know what? They tried. I wrote signs
So
of life
funny.
under that game. They really did.
No, I like
keep
the
pace with
Dolphins.
the Bills.
Yeah.
They showed like they were trying to win. The Redskins did not look like they were trying to
I
win.
have
that
a
game.
friend who's a big Dolphin fan.
Look at him showing off. I got a friend.
Well, let me tell you, I got one, and he got drunk, and
I'm
it's
in.
hard to believe a friend of mine got drunk. And he got in an argument with me about the Dolphins. This is in August. And
Okay.
he was saying, no, they're going to be good. And I'm going, no, they're not. They're deliberately not going to be good. He's going,
Deliberately.
I don't know. Fitzpatrick. I'm like, dude, they're not going to be good. And
Was Fitzpatrick the starter right out of the gate?
yeah, he was.
Well, right, over
what's his name? Josh Allen.
Allen.
Because
Oh, yeah, one good
and
year.
which tells you how bad he must be.
Yeah.
So, somehow it comes up about the Jets. I'm not even a Jet fan. I'm a Giant fan. And he goes, they're gonna have a better record than the Jets, so we bet $100. And when he left, all my friends were going, "What an idiot!" And all of a sudden, what's his name gets mono, and the Jets, and all of a sudden I'm going, I might lose this bet.
Right. Oh, it was head to head. Jets versus
Yeah.
Dolphins. No.
And here's the funny thing. I go, well, what if they tie? What if they have the same wins? He goes, then we split it. Then it's a wash. I go, no. You said the Dolphins
Yeah.
we're gonna have a better record than. He goes, you're right. You're right.
So they got to be
And
better.
I'm like, how drunk are you? I just baited you into that.
They have what's known as a history of mediocrity.
So
both teams.
Yes.
Patrick.
You know who has a great history of excellence, Richie?
New
and Chris?
England.
No.
Zorn's Chicken?
Zorns of Bethpage. Roll
How
some
could I
tape,
forget
Sally.
Zorns?
One of my favorite sponsors.
Thanksgiving around the corner.
Comedians on Football is proud to be sponsored by Zorns of Bethpage, Long Island's favorite chicken and takeout. They have been providing great tasting homemade food here on Long Island for almost 80 years. And they do it the old-fashioned way. Everything is made by hand, fresh right on the premises. And they never use any preservatives or artificial flavoring, just the same ingredients you would use in your own kitchen. Zorns of Bethpage is home to grade A poultry, time-honored traditions, and family recipes. And if you haven't visited their new store yet, please do. It's located at the same location, 4321 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage, just west of the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. The new store features old traditions with new beginnings. And if you plan on having folks over to watch a big game, check out their All Sports Anytime package. It's a 2-foot hero, 60 buffalo wings, 3 pounds of pasta, and chocolate chip cookies, all for under $100. Zorns of Bethpage is great if you're feeding just a few or a whole household. You can't go wrong with good old Zorns of Bethpage deliciousness. So check out Zorns of Bethpage today.
We should
do that again.
And so that was
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick
was at the Garden.
Radio City Music
Radio
Hall
City
for the
Music
Mike
Hall.
and the Mad Dog reunion.
During his
He
heyday
was in
with
New
the
York,
Jets,
and he was still hadn't signed the contract.
and the Jets thought that was the future.
And Russo was going, Ryan, you got to sign, and the place goes berserk.
Him and Mangold together were like, oh, there's something happening here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
magic.
Exciting. Oh, it was like,
Look at you dropping names like
yeah,
Mangold.
exciting.
He does know Jets history.
Yes, I
Right?
follow the Jets. I used to follow them a lot when I was a youngster. And then
Like around the neighborhood?
Yes, and no, wait.
So what happened?
You know what? I remember it was the Sack Exchange years. I know I've told the story before. The Sack Exchange years. They lost in the playoffs. I think Todd was the quarterback.
Show me on the doll where Ryan Klecko touched you.
And
Joe Klecko? Ryan? Who was it?
I remember
Ryan Klecko.
Ryan
Joe
Klecko.
Klecko. I remember when they were eliminated from the playoffs. I said to myself, I can't cry over two teams. I was crying over Ranger games. Like, I would get too emotional when I was younger. I got too emotional with Ranger and Jet games.
Thank you for sharing. Now, here's my question, though. So you stuck with the Rangers.
Yes.
What year would this have been? Was this after 94?
I was with the Rangers probably since like 77, 78.
Right.
So when did you stop?
But I
with
mean,
the Jets?
when did you stop at the Jets?
The Jets, I was the Jets.
Pennington years? Did you remember Chad Pennington?
I came back in the Pennington years.
You came back.
Okay.
But I
Because
left.
I remember driving home from Syracuse or Rochester with you. So
Yeah.
and to get home in time because the Jets were a 9:30 game. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You're-
a London game?
Yeah, yeah. And I went out. I stayed up all night, went out and watched the game, and he goes, "Nah, I went to sleep." I'm like, "You're the Jet fan."
Yeah, I know. It's, you know what? It's just you have to have something to be excited about.
Remember the
you
guy who
know?
ran it was your dad? Knew your dad? Remember
Vaguely,
this?
vaguely. Yeah, yeah.
It was a Johnny Lampert gig.
Yeah.
Let me get.
I'm dropping names. Johnny Lampert.
I couldn't get a real man's opinion last week.
Okay.
And you'll know why in a second. I had
Was Keegan here?
I had Keegan and Carla Okerson. Okay. She's delightful.
Well, why
Giant-
didn't she have anything to say?
No, well, she did. She's a Giant Eagles fan, and we
That
started
makes
talking.
no sense. Oh, Giant Eagle. I got you.
Sorry, she's a big Eagles fan.
It
Sorry,
threw me. It threw me for a second too.
Not wordplay, not my thing. She's a big Eagles fan.
She's a Jets Eagles fan.
And I tried to talk to her about the Giants game and the Redskins game and the Cowboy game, how important they were. She doesn't care about any other team.
Yeah. Then you're not a real sports fan.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And I looked to Keegan for backup, and
Well-
he disappeared.
Yep, that's because you're not the one sleeping with her.
As far as you know. Oh, see, now that's not called for.
So
Please don't kill me, Carla.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
No, right? Like, how can you? It reminded me of the Hard Knocks where, who was the Dolphins quarterback that year? The kid, Tannehill, didn't know who was going to be in his division. Remember they were sitting around the quarterbacks room?
No, I didn't know that.
He was like, "Oh, we played two against."
By the way, he's looking pretty good.
we played two against them.
He's looking pretty good.
And Tannehill was like, "Why do we play two against them? That's weird." He's like,
Yeah.
"They're in a division."
what
Like,
ever
he was
happened to
cool.
John Connor? I'm thinking about you said
The
hard.
Hitman, the Terminator.
You said Hard Knocks.
Oh.
That made John Connor
It did.
famous, and I was so excited. Now, again, I'm not extremely knowledgeable with football, but are there still fullbacks, or is that like
Yes.
something
Not
that-
many. It's a dying.
Jurassic on San Francisco's pretty good.
Sherman on the Chiefs
why is it
big-
dying? Almost like the enforcer in the NHL.
Because it's
big blocking tight end.
Nobody
kinda
does the
took over.
bruiser thing anymore. Everybody's doing the run and shoot.
Yeah.
So
Now the-
a fullback doesn't fit into that.
Now that tight ends are doing a lot of blocking.
And
Tight
they're huge. And people are doing 2 tight end sets.
Right.
Kind of took away the fullback thing.
Right.
Was it one team that's responsible for this change, or one player?
It was the New York Rangers, surprisingly enough.
What? I knew something was crossing.
All right, let's hit Kyler Murray. Real deal?
Nope.
Wow.
I have no idea who he is.
Yeah,
He's half your size.
He
He looks good, but always in defeat. But
Again-
he'd be one of those Lamar Jackson types that next year just
he
plays
looks
lights out.
really good, but he's gonna get hurt. He's too small. Go play center field, dude. You'll be it. You can play for the A's for 18 years.
He might be too small for center field. He's not
He's
climbing
so
no fence.
talented, though. Wow.
I don't know how he does it. Like, he's throwing it over those giants.
I know.
There was one pass in that Niner game.
Yeah, there were a few, but
He
yeah, I
zipped-
know the one you're talking
Like,
about.
it literally was like a 2-step drop, and he threw it 40 yards
He
downfield.
sees the field. He's got great. Yeah, I mean, he's so fast, but sooner or later, somebody's
gonna
gonna hurt
He
him.
might get the RG3 where he
So,
just can't
oh
hold
yeah,
up to
yeah.
the
How about the RG3 where Lamar Jackson, RG3, and Mark Ingram in the backfield?
That's
the,
kinda-
the triple Heisman.
We
they
were
call
saying
it?
it. That's like rubbing it.
That's
in.
cool.
That's when the grown-ups let the kids play, and
Yeah.
he made the line to gain, and then threw it 3 yards backwards. Like, Speaking of the Niner game, Christopher, do you gamble? You don't gamble, right? We talked about this.
I haven't gambled on football in quite a while.
Did you happen to watch that Niner Cardinal
did.
game with any rooting
Yes, I
monetary
did.
interest?
I had the Cardinals.
What was your
getting
spread?
10.
So that broke your heart.
here's-
That's a bad beat of the week.
Here's the terrible. One of the worst beats of all time.
Let me just explain it to Chris real quick. So they're giving 10. The Cardinals are winning the game with like 2 minutes to go. So if you're getting 10 and winning, you think you're in good shape.
Right.
They gave up the touchdown to go because they could have kicked the field goal
They
to
win
tie
by
it.
3. They gave up a touchdown. Now they're down by 4.
The Cardinals.
Right.
So
2
you're
minutes,
still and you're
sitting
getting
there
10.
going, I'm golden. I'm
Right.
golden.
And they
What
were
happened?
moving the ball.
Oh, no.
Right.
They were moving the ball. And then on a lateral,
Ass fumble.
no, it was on the
A
ground.
lateral because it was the last play of the game,
Guy on the
Lateral.
ground.
They're
threw
throwing it
30
around.
yards behind him.
like rugby.
The guy or the snapper? Was it a
No,
long?
no.
It was threw it to
Quick screen
right
to the middle.
Fitzgerald. What's his name? Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald, yeah.
And then he threw it back to a lineman.
You have to be on. You have to be still on the line of scrimmage to do that.
No, you have
no.
to be behind the. You can't. It can't be a forward pass. It's got to be a backwards
No,
pass.
it was a forward pass. So now,
Oh, the first one. Yeah.
as long as everything's behind you,
Right.
so he turns around, he throws it to a lineman who misses it. The ball's bouncing
Oh,
around.
boy.
They get a scrum. Ball pops up in the air, bounces around. 49er picks it up, runs it in for a touchdown.
No time on the clock.
Now, here's the interesting thing. 2 years ago, they would have had to kick the extra point. Did you know that rule changed?
No, I was
And
like,
no one talked about it.
and then I was like, I feel like that's happened in another game. That I was like, why aren't they kicking?
Zoom in on the offensive coordinator's face on that play.
Oh, dude, it helped me. I mean, it saved my ass because I pushed.
Thrown it to
I
the
was
line.
getting
the
10.
extra point. Yeah, but you should have won.
I should have won, but it could have been worse. 2
Yeah,
years ago,
it's
it
true.
would have
You
been
would
worse.
have gotten hosed.
They would have kicked the extra
But
point.
I watched the replay. It wasn't even like it got kicked. One of the Cardinals just in a last ditch effort
tried to throw
just
it.
threw it.
Right.
behind him. And I
Right.
thought they were actually going to call it back, saying
Me too. I
that
thought he
somebody
was
trying to-
down.
I thought one of the Niners did it,
It was
advancing a
terrible.
fumble.
That was a terrible beat.
You know one call I never understand is when they say there was an ineligible player downfield.
Downfield?
What does
Yeah.
that mean? It's like-
You have to stay within. Is it 1 or 2 yards of the line of
2,
scrimmage?
I think.
Before,
So
before
the-
the quarterback
If
throws it.
you're an offensive lineman.
you can't go like 5 yards. You got to stay by the line. Is
Yeah,
Until
what
the ball
happens
is
is
thrown.
sometimes you'll call a screen,
right.
and then the screen doesn't open up. So now the offensive lineman doesn't know it, so he's blocking for the screen. He's already downfield. It's
Yeah.
no good.
Or on like the RPOs.
Right,
The guy
right.
holds on to it, and they're
Right,
already
right,
starting
right,
to block
right,
downfield
right.
for the run, and they get called. What other things confuse you about football?
I'm going to need a diagram of this or a drawing. 'Cause- I'm like, why doesn't everybody just say on the snap, everybody just run downfield?
Like street ball?
All 11 players, or how many there are? How many are there? 12, 11?
There's 11.
And just throw it.
Well,
Hail Mary.
One of the 11 would have to stay back to throw it.
You do a long snap,
Okay.
put on 11 receivers, do a long
How
snap.
are your Rangers doing?
Hey, they're like,
See, I don't pay attention till like February because what's the point?
they're staying above 500, but
You know who's playing great as those Islanders, though, Richie? That's a good team.
They are,
That's a
man.
good squad. A big game tonight against the Penguins.
Yeah. The Islanders are a very good team. The Rangers still have to become a team, I guess. Well, they're playing good. It's like I feel like there's a couple pieces missing. But it's still a rebuild.
They're young.
Yeah. It's still technically a rebuild, but same thing with the Islanders, but they're just
playing well.
Just like last year. They're taking off where they took off last year.
Where are we going next? Garoppolo?
What about that Broncos collapse?
Broncos.
Did you watch that game?
No, not a lot.
Broncos were up 20-0.
Yeah. Oh, no, what am I talking about? I watched it. Yeah, I had Kirk Cousins as my fantasy.
Rocky
that would,
Mountain.
if you had the Broncos, you're still covered. But if and the Denver Broncos aren't going anywhere this year, but that is just a beat down.
Yeah.
And did you see the end? They got the ball back. They were down 27-23.
Right.
They got the ball back with 6:01. Never gave the ball back. Marched down the field.
And
it ended with 3 plays at first and goal from the
now,
4.
What do you do there with Elway?
He's not.
I mean, how many years do you give Elway before you go, all right, we have to fire? 'Cause how do you fire the legend?
But he is the legend there.
How do you fire? I think it's why the Yankees didn't hire Mattingly.
Because you can never get rid of him.
How can you? And he's not Elway. He never won a World Series.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. And Elway actually won a Super Bowl as a general manager.
Yeah.
So he has even that.
But that's all on Manning.
Somewhere along the way.
He brought Manning in.
I'm just saying, and Manning wasn't Manning when they won the Super Bowl.
No.
Elway brought in some great players.
One of the Panthers owners. That was the headline. Just when I was looking at stuff before coming here.
What happened?
Panthers owners won't put up with this sense of mediocrity for long. I'm like, what owner would extended mediocrity? I'm like,
did you see the game?
Panthers. That was another.
Did you see?
So wacky.
Julio Jones caught a ball right outside the end zone. It was a great catch.
Okay.
Luke Kuechly was covering him. And they were saying, why is a linebacker? But the funny thing was, he was going stride for stride. I couldn't believe it.
But what's the height difference there?
It was a great throw, Julio.
Caught it
but it was just amazing to watch Luke Kuechly, who's just ridiculous.
I like to watch him.
Dude, he was stride for stride with Julio Jones.
What is Cam Newton still hurt?
Yes. Well, do we know what is wrong with him? I don't remember ever knowing the injury.
Plantar fasciitis.
Oh.
That's a big man disease, is it not?
Did you ever have that before?
No.
Is it in the feet?
You look like you've had it.
It's like it's
knew.
like that tendon under the foot. Man, it hurts like an SOB.
And it just won't go away. Right?
I only had it slightly once, but I know people that are like, it's like debilitating.
I think I had it slightly once.
Yes, you have it like, it feels like something, a pain or a spur or something by the heel. And it's like,
how do they fix it?
Sometimes they have to operate.
Yeah, sometimes they have to operate and I guess, yeah.
I don't know how much is just that or the kid was playing well.
But now they were all saying, "Oh, we don't even need Cam. Let's free up some space." But now he threw 4 picks. He was on my list. Not very good. Not very good, Jerry. There were a lot of games that were just weird blowouts. Panthers scored 3 and they didn't get it. They didn't get that field goal till the end.
Please.
The Texans got a fourth quarter touchdown after getting blown out by the Ravens. There was another one. Oh, the Jaguars. They scored an opening touchdown. Didn't score again until there was under 2 minutes left.
What are the Colts? What are the Colts?
I think they had that stretch without Brissett.
How about people do not draft well on quarterbacks in this league.
Okay.
But somehow the Patriots got Brady, Garoppolo, and Brissett. How does that happen?
Crazy.
There's another one, right? Wasn't there one more in the system?
Oh, before Brady.
No. There was
who was before? What's his name?
I thought there was somebody in the
Bledsoe.
Brissett.
Bledsoe.
No, but I feel like there was somebody in the last 5 years that was in the system and went somewhere else to success.
I know football.
Oh, I know who it is, but he didn't do well.
Oh. Chris Roach?
The one who
I know
he
football.
took them to 11-5 record.
Yeah.
And then he signed with Seattle. What was his name? Matt.
Come on.
LeBlanc.
Russell Wilson beat him out in Seattle. They signed him to Matt Castle.
Matt Castle.
Former Chief. He went to the Yes.
Matt Castle.
He was good, though. He was good for the Chiefs. Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Right,
But he was
Chiefs,
good.
Chiefs.
But I forgot about that. Yeah,
he's
Matt
still
Castle.
on somebody's bench.
I think he is too, yeah.
I want to say, is he on the Vikings?
Couldn't tell you.
Look that up. Get the interns on that, please. Hang on. We only got 3 minutes left. Let's just because if there are any gamblers out there, Rich, you don't know. You know any gamblers?
I don't know any.
Let's look at any games for next week to see what we got.
It's a tough week.
It's the last week of buys.
Yes.
Which is my favorite.
Thank
Once we
God,
get
I
back to
hate the
normal.
I'm looking at Matt Castle.
Thank you. Uis.
Do you think they
He's
go
a
to
handsome
17
man.
games?
No.
2 buys?
No. I think the Players Association will fight that.
He's currently a free agent. He was drafted by New England Patriots
There you
in the 7th round in 2005 draft. He played college football
What
at
year?
USC.
2000 what?
2005.
Good looking man, that Matt Castle.
They're all Garoppolo,
USC.
Brady. I haven't got a good look at Brissett yet, but I will.
Just like Sanchez. USC.
Yes.
Yeah.
A big game is the Patriots Cowboys.
Just like Sam Darnold.
When is that coming up this weekend?
That's 4:00, 4:30. But you know what's
What's the
weird?
line?
All
6.
these lines, only 2 games are more than a touchdown. There's a lot of tight games this week.
Now, I'm in a survivor pool.
Who do you got? Oh, who are you going
And
for?
last week,
I got Clint
we had 9 guys or 10 guys left.
Okay.
7 of us took
I got Clint
the
Eastwood.
Saints. The Saints.
Oh, it's Deadpool.
And the
Sorry.
Falcons beat the Saints.
Okay, yeah.
I apologize.
And then
Last week.
the later game, the other 3 took the Colts over Miami.
And they got beat.
And so we had to start over again. Nobody.
The
we
whole
all got
remaining 9?
reinstated.
Oh, my God.
And we all won this week.
I bet you can't take the
No, I can take the Browns. I
That's
hate the Browns.
That's a horrible pick.
I hate the Browns.
And you probably can't
But
take the Saints because that one.
I already took the Saints and lost, but
Then you're hosed.
I'm going
Unless
to
you
take
go
the
Bears
Browns.
over the Giants.
I can't. I don't. The Bears look like crap.
But this is a week I've complained
think
about
I'm
this on the show in the past. The primetime games have been horrible. Look at the 3 games we got this week. Colts Texans for first place in that division.
Ooh.
Great matchup.
What's that? The Sunday night?
That's the Thursday night.
Oh, right.
Packers Niners on Sunday night.
Wow.
Great game. And then Ravens Rams on Monday.
Wow.
Rams Super Bowl contender last year.
Wow.
Getting
how bad does
points
Goff
at
look?
home.
Yeah.
They both start with R.
R.A.
Sunday. Wow.
And end with an S.
So there's 4 good games
That's all. And
because of the Cowboys and the Patriots. I mean.
and the rest of them are actually Seahawks Eagles pretty good. I'm actually rooting for the Jets this weekend.
Seahawks
over the
Eagles very
Raiders.
good.
Yeah.
I love. Well, you know me. I would
You
do
know what
I would
OPP?
do anything for Russell Wilson.
You'll do it. Let's get more into that. What would he do for Russell Wilson?
I like the Cowboys.
What would
I
you
hate to say it.
do?
I'm rooting for him.
I don't think New England's looked that good.
No.
Dak has looked ridiculous.
And we talked about him like not being worth the money, and then all of a sudden, the last 3 or 4 games, he's shooting lights out.
I got him in a fantasy league. He's killing it for me. He got 46 points for me.
I have him, and I started Kirk Cousins.
Russell Dak? Is it Russell Dak?
Russell.
Lavernius
Oh, I
Dak?
read the clock wrong. We still have 7 minutes.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
don't know what you were
cannot-
talking
Hey!
What happened?
I don't
It's
have
like
my glasses
5
on.
minutes.
You guys being that, you
It's
guys
a
know.
well-oiled machine here, people.
I was absolutely going to be like, no.
I have a question for you guys who know a little bit more about football than I do.
Go on, Christopher.
Is this Clowney guy, is he a bust?
Not after last week.
Did he play
Played
well
last week.
Oh my God,
He was like, I never.
he was a beast.
Oh, I missed all
I
that.
don't remember more excitement than that draft that year for him.
All based on that one monster hit. Remember that?
What a hit!
It was a great hit,
But he had a great. He was great. He was. You know.
he was damaged when he came in. He was hurt a lot.
I mean, he was looked at like the new Lawrence Taylor, and it. Really
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
When the Texans had him and J.J. Watt, I was like,
Wow.
No. And Vince Wilfork, were they on the same?
Yeah. I think
it's
they
almost
were.
cruel.
Nobody's ever going to get past them.
No.
And then everybody started getting
Yeah.
hurt. What's up with J.J. Watt? Like, done again.
Yeah.
Pectoral muscle. You
For
ever
the
carry
season?
pectoral?
For the season?
And he has a brother who's a fullback.
Yes. Who's playing pretty well.
TJ.
Wait.
right?
Yeah, T.J. Watt.
Now Clowney had a great last week, couple
Oh,
sacks.
not this past weekend. The weekend before.
Okay.
Right. Oh my God. He
I
was
didn't see
out of
it.
his mind. Who'd they play?
Last week?
Yeah.
I throw those notes too.
I don't know.
I'm putting
Week 10.
I'm putting Clowney
Why
in.
can't I remember? He went berserk.
Clown, no, not
You
clown.
people, talk amongst yourselves. Hang on.
Not clown posse. Sorry.
The Insane Clown Posse? Oh, Miami?
No. Then
Why would the Seahawks traded for Clowney has panned out so
who
far.
did the Seahawks play? Because they didn't play this week.
Right here.
Last week.
Sorry, Steve.
No
Anyway,
worries. Seattle. I'm just trying to get across. They played the Niners. Oh, in that Monday night game.
He went crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see
right.
that
How
game.
could I forget
That's the
that?
greatest game of the year?
Oh,
I didn't see
dude,
it.
what a game.
Didn't see it.
He
I
was,
saw the highlights,
he was
but-
out of his
Really?
mind. Yeah.
You know who looked good? Frank Clark finally showed up last night. Frank Clark came over from the Niners, played for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy I was expecting. He looked like an absolute beast. And he probably got hurt again. But, God, these guys, they just, nobody can
They're
stay on the
too,
field.
well, that's the problem, too. You know, they're so fast. They're so strong. But they're,
Tyreek Hill last night. I got 0 points.
did you really?
He was Defensive Player of the Week last week.
Clowney, yeah, he had to be.
5 tackles, 5 hits on the quarterback, and 1 sack, a forced fumble, and a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow!
He's the one who scored that?
Yeah. He was ridiculous.
Who did they trade for?
I think some picks.
Picks? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Mingo. I like Mingo. I'm going to be rooting, like I said, for the Jets this weekend. I don't know if
Why?
Against the Raiders.
Why?
Just to give me a little more breathing room in the
Oh,
AFC
Kansas
West.
City.
Yeah.
I like the Raiders. I'm glad to see the Raiders come back a little bit. I know you're a Chiefs fan. You can't. You know what I mean?
I would like nothing. I enjoyed nothing more last night than seeing Phillip Rivers do his wah 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 on the grass after his 4th pick. I just love seeing that man do horribly.
I mean, there are teams in the NFL that should be good. The Raiders are one of them.
In theory, they
I
should
hate
all
to
be
say
good.
the Cowboys.
Are they
Cowboys.
in Oakland? Jets don't win in Oakland.
No, it's in New York.
Oh.
And the Raiders are favored.
And the Raiders are 3-point favorites. What do you think about your Giants? They're playing the Bears. The Bears
Bears
have
look
played
terrible.
some god-awful games this year.
The Bears.
And
The
what's his
Bears.
name's hurt now, the defensive lineman. I mean, he's playing, but he doesn't look good.
Khalil?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's hurt?
Yeah. He didn't look good last week.
No.
And Trubisky looks awful.
You know what? And every time they're like, they got to get rid of him.
Trubisky's. I got a feeling he's going to be Blake Bortles sitting on somebody's sideline soon.
Is he the Marcus Mariota of the Midwest?
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Mariota, Bortles, what's his name from the Bengals?
Redhead. Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton. It's a lot. Think about how many quarterbacks are like, yeah, nah, see
Big
you later.
name quarterbacks
Yeah, go
that
sit.
are just have a seat.
And again, I think, not with Andy Dalton so much, but these guys come in and they start right away.
And then they age
And by
quickly.
year 3, it's like they never learned enough, and you got to. I
to fall
really
back on.
believe you got to sit these guys, let them learn how to play.
In comedy, you don't start.
Right.
You're not a headliner.
Right.
Because you put together 8 minutes.
Right. No,
Right.
you're right.
Right.
Right, unless you're Tom Brady.
I mean,
Tom Brady would headline pretty much any club.
you're not a headliner just because you have 45 minutes.
You've been watching the Giant games, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Do they? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Is that your penance?
Yes.
What do they do with Sims? Does he just sit on the sideline?
Sims?
Sorry. You know, around 7:27 every week, I just start.
Sims?
Wait, what happened to Sims' kid? Where is he? He's
He's spleenless and Matt Sims. That
Yeah,
one. I
oh,
thought you
where
meant
did-
Chris
yeah.
Sims.
Didn't the
He
Jets have him?
sucked. Yeah, they did for a while. It's the worst segue ever.
Well, that's because I had a
Eli?
brain fart.
What do you
Eli
think we're
Manning.
gonna do with Eli?
Is he like with the clipboard? Is he
Yeah.
doing his part as a
He's got the
backup
hat
quarterback?
on. He wears the. Now it's the snow hat. What do you call it?
Like the Fat
wool
Albert hat? Hey, Bobo.
Yeah.
It's over his eyes.
Very sad. It's hard to watch.
From the Fat Albert?
You know. Here's my question. Really.
I get so stupid at 7:27.
Here's my question. What happens to him next year? Does he try and come back with another team? Does he go?
Can you imagine him in another? It was so weird, right?
But he hasn't. He doesn't say he wants to retire.
How old is he? 38 too?
38.
38. Would you sign him?
Isn't that kind of old?
In football,
38?
right?
Oh.
I think in football it is.
Yeah.
And he
when
doesn't
you're
look
my
like a
age,
young
it's
man.
incredibly young. I would
For a
feel-
comedian, it's too young.
For a comedian,
but for
you
a
have
football player,
still wet behind the ears.
Yeah, in comedy, you're just getting your feet underneath you.
Right, but you're busy telling everyone that you should be headlining.
Right. Right, and you killed last week.
Yeah.
comedians don't retire.
No.
No.
Very
Rickles is
rare.
playing Westbury next week. He's been dead for 2 years. That's what we do.
You know what happened? It's funny you said that last
Thank you.
night.
Thank you.
I watched Rickles on Dennis Miller's show, that old. And somebody, remember that HBO show Dennis Miller had?
Yep.
Yes.
And this
Yeah.
woman called in and she said something about, how do you feel about your career, the ups and downs, or whatever? He goes, well, right now I'm on this goddamn show.
Great.
How do you think it's going?
Dennis Miller went on the floor.
That's great.
When we do our other podcast, I tell them this all the time. I try to get like a sound bite for something, and I'll go to YouTube, and then all of a sudden an hour has gone by, and all I did was watch Rickles on
It's so
Carson.
hard.
Like, oh my God!
If you're on YouTube and you see Rickles,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose the next 2 hours of your life.
We did a Rodney Dangerfield episode, so I was trying to pull clips. Took me like 3 days.
What's your other podcast?
Oh, well, it's interesting you should mention that, Richie. Listen to Long Island Explained, the podcast I do with my good friend in showbiz, Mr. Chris Roach. Every week we take a Long Island topic. What do we do to her, Chris?
We dissect it, we tear it apart, and Steve tells me things about Long Island that I never knew.
I'm not from Long Island,
I
but I
am.
learned things.
Where are you from?
Massachusetts.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
We just interviewed C.J. Ramone from the Ramones.
Fantastic.
From Deer
episode.
Park.
There's a Ramon still alive?
Yeah,
There's
there's only 2.
He joined the band
And they don't talk.
midway through.
Oh, okay.
The original 4 are gone.
Yes.
CJ,
Joey,
Tommy,
Johnny,
DD,
Gutenberg? Steve Gutenberg?
Steve
Gutenberg.
Jim
He's
Brewer.
still alive.
He's still with
What
us.
happened to Steve
What
Gutenberg?
we do is we sit down, Steve and I sit down, we're like, who do people think is not still alive? And let's interview them.
Which is how I got Richie for this
Did you guys
episode.
talk to Cola?
Sure, we
We
gotta
gotta-
do one.
we gotta do a
Yeah,
cola.
We gotta do one.
He's
We
still
talked to-
alive?
You know who we talked
He
to?
is, he
And
is.
don't be rude. We talked to Katie Beers.
Katie Beers. Do you remember
the
Katie Beers?
story?
Kidnapped.
I know the
The
name.
girl that was abducted and kept by a friend of the family and kept in a basement for 11 days?
Was she a Long
Was that
Island girl?
87?
Yeah.
87? 87, I think it was.
I think. Where was that town? Not
I
Bayshore.
don't remember, but it was pretty big news. Pretty big news.
But we cover that.
I do remember the name.
Horror and Joey Buttafuoco. So many wonderful topics on Long Island.
And they all
Explained.
come on the show?
No, not all.
Not the long. But if we can get like CJ or Gutenberg, or we had Jackie the Joke Man.
Why couldn't you?
Jim Brewer. Yeah, it's
Jim Brewer, yeah, he was awesome.
Richie Byrne.
So check out Long Island
I'm from
Explained
Staten
over
Island.
at
Staten Island Explained, we could do that.
longislandexplained.com. Staten Island Explained. So like the Long Island Explained Facebook page, like the Comedians on Football Facebook page, like the Gov's Comedy Club Radio Facebook page, come visit all the wonderful Governor's comedy clubs in Belmore, Levittown, and Bohemia. Everybody forgets Bohemia. That's a good one.
I love Bohemia.
Staten Island.
And
Jimmy Jr., man.
Please,
The
you know
man,
what?
the myth.
We forgot to talk about how great Zorns at Bethpage is.
No, we didn't. We've been talking
We ran the
about it.
commercial.
How
We'll
could we
probably
not
stop
talk
there
about it?
tonight.
With 6 ingredients or less.
Somebody's been listening.
And a new
Very good.
location.
And a new location. Wow. He's going to do the live spots from now on.
So good. Chris tried to eat the commercial. So
Thank you.
I can almost smell it right now. Visit Zorns at Bethpage for some Zorns delicious. Something wrong with my mic, Sally? I
I'm the one
can't
that
speak
said-
anymore.
Rubber baby buggy bumper.
And almost forgot. Oh, Richie, where are you going to be this week? Anywhere good?
Thursday
Where can
night.
people visit you.
Thursday night, I am doing, which I told you about the last time. United We Laugh.
Oh, right.
It's a
Oh, it's
show
great.
at which I'm really proud of. We're doing it at Southampton Cultural Arts Center in Southampton, New York. And it's me hosting. I have 3 comics, different ethnic backgrounds. They all get up. They all do time. Somewhere in their act, they talk about racial bias or racism in some way. And then we open it up to the audience. We've been doing it once a month out east. I cannot believe how great it's been going.
Love it.
And
I love that idea. Was
Yeah,
that your idea?
yeah. Yeah, it's mine.
Good
it's my
for you.
idea.
Are you ever going to do your variety show again? That was a big hit. You did.
Yeah, I would love to do my
Oh,
variety show
man.
again. It's a lot of work.
I know it is for you a lot
It's
of
a
work.
lot of work, but I miss it. I
That
miss
should be a
it lot.
regular thing, I think.
I would love to.
Here or Caroline's.
For a while, I was doing
Yeah.
it all the time at Caroline's and then Gotham.
Well, putting it up and getting all
yeah,
that together. That's
hard work, man. But yeah, great. Darren Dillon was my first writer on that.
I don't care for him or his humor. No, we love Darren. We got to get Darren back on. It's just not enough weeks in the year, Sal.
Love Darren.
There's just not enough weeks in the year. And
I remember when Darren was really cute.
Ooh,
Yes.
the 80s?
That's a while ago.
Yeah. I do see some old pictures. Well, we won't talk about the
Darren
recent
was
picture
really
of him.
cute. I mean, he's good looking now compared to me.
No.
But, wow, back then,
Why you
woof.
got to put yourself down? We'll talk.
He
Folks,
he looks good in jeans.
after we shut up here, why don't you just go grab yourself a snack, maybe some dinner, come back at 8 o'clock, because we have a special here at Gov's Comedy Club Radio. Right, Sally?
we do.
We are doing the Chris Roach album release party.
No way.
Roach Motel
Tonight?
is now available
Congrats.
on all the streaming services. We're gonna talk. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna maybe eat some food in here.
We can do that?
No. All right. So come back at 8 o'clock. Roach Motel. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about this hot young go-getter, Chris Roach, and his comedic career.
Can I stay?
Of course you can.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You know what? We're all going to go get bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches at the Dairy Mart. We're going to come back here. We'll
I
see you
love
guys in
that
30
place next
minutes.
door.
Visit Zorn's The Beth page. We covered everything, right, Sally? Anything
We
else?
did. Nope.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you right back here next week on Comedians on Football. brother.
Thank you, bro.
Fun stuff.